Companion starts out like any other horror movie type. That is, it has a group of friends headed for a secluded house, only to have a horrible time as people start dropping like flies. In this case, we follow Iris and Josh, played by up-and-comer Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid, who is the son of somebody. The tables are turned when we find out that Iris is actually a fuck robot. Companion, a robotic girlfriend made by a company like Tesla makes the Tesla bot. A basic thriller-style plot unfolds, and that's really where the meat of this story is. Sadly, it's also where it ends as well, because the film becomes a little bit hollow after that. You find yourself interested in the plot and the characters, and then the endorphins kick in once you start having a little fun with the world the film presents to you. Iris starts playing around with her own settings, and some very meta jokes are thrown about, as well as some dead bodies. And after that, it really just evolves into painting the Quaid kid as not only a villain, but the goddamn ruler of hell, Satan himself. Because he's a man. Here we go again. You know, I really hate it when you have a good movie like Companion that starts out alright, you're having a good time, you're in with the characters, but then all of a sudden somebody busts out a soapbox and not only yells at you a message, they rub your face in that shit. It was perfectly fine for Josh to be the villain of the film. Hell, it makes sense. But connecting it to him being a man and how they seem to portray him as the embodiment of pure evil simply because of that, well, that didn't sit too well with me and just kind of weighed down the final act and left me unsatisfied. And that's not to say that I don't like things about this film. The acting is very much fine all across the board, Sophie Thatcher being the obvious standout. I've been telling people to watch out for her since the Book of Boba Fett. Jack Quaid is very good at what he does, and there's nothing I've seen him in that makes me hate him. There are only a couple moments where you get to know some of the ancillary characters, but you know, they're not really fleshed out a whole lot. Harvey Guillen was the only one that I thought really had like a good enough backstory. The other couple in this house, I really didn't know much about them, so it left this air of mistrust, which I think worked in its favor, but also I didn't know shit about these two people. Not saying I needed to, but they were just kind of there. So to put it simply, Companion is a perfect January film. One that gets us to raise our eyebrows in excitement and wonder, only to revert back to tired tropes, dampening our memory of it by the time we get to spring. Memorable for the moment, but forgettable as a whole. Are you gonna remember Companion in 6 months? 2 months?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she's tied up inside, so she's not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Eli, Iris, shh, baby, you're on the phone.
So what did you think of Companion? Sound off in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, keep those eyes red, baby. See you next time.
You're so right. Pop culture is the politics of the 21st century.
Thank you.
You remember movies, but you don't remember your life?
No!